All right, John. So I'm just getting this video prepped for you so you can forward to your customer. But anyways, this is the SBCC24-T. This will do your 24 business cards on a 12x18 sheet. Everything gutter cut in one pass. The reason we could do that is because we have one long blade here and we have a cartridge that slits it on the way out. So to go ahead and show you the basics, I'm going to press start. It's going to feed one sheet of paper. And to show you the registration of the machine, you can go ahead and see how it cuts. And I have it lined up there so you can see exactly how it works. So, programming wise, we would send you the measurements on how to set this up. But as far as on the screen itself, you're at 3.5 by 2. Can we change the length of it? Yes, because it's going to be stationary at 3.5 because those are set in stone. They're bolted into the machine as far as the cartridge. But as far as length on that, we can go ahead and change over to 3.5 by 2.12, 3.5 by 6, by 7, and the one with the star, you can make a custom length on that. The reason why we offer that is if you're going to do fold over cards and 3.5 by 4, you crease the middle and do them fold overs. That's another option that you could do on the machine if you wanted to. But realistically, we always tell customers that this machine is sold for 3.5 by 2 only. Okay. As far as on set parameters, that lets you scroll through all the settings of the machine. Cut pieces means 24 means one sheet of paper. So obviously, if you want to cut 2 sheets, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so on. Scroll again to datum selection. We have 2 options here. We can select frontal edge, means that when it's feeding through the machine, it's going to detect the frontal edge of the paper and then send the knives to fire. Or we could run off our barcode, which is printed on the top of the sheet as well. Okay. The next one is English for the language. Then the next one is mark position. I can move that mark position up or down if need be. All these settings are things the machine can do. I don't recommend adjusting this because then you're going to be setting this for every single job. The idea behind this machine is to set it one time on your print, so your print is perfectly centered and true how it should be, and then you don't have to change any settings on the machine. But if we ever have to change settings, you can. Next set parameters is first cut as well, the first cut on the machine. The card length, you could alter the length of the card. The gutter cut, you could change it as well if you need to. It has a built-in counter on the machine, accumulated total counter on the machine. Then you have your slitting width, which tells you the size of the cartridges in the machine. And then you also have the paper size, which is an SRA3. The next setting is how many columns the machine has, which is 3. Your artwork has. And then factory settings, I could do a reset and put it all back to factory settings, so it'll cut this with no problem. Long blade self-sharpening is just that. You would press start and this long blade will start sharpening. Okay, we recommend doing this on a daily basis. You can go ahead and change that over if need be. Even though it says it here to do it once a week, if you're using this machine a lot, I would recommend doing that on a daily basis. To turn that off is press the minus and then scroll through again and show you rotary blade. The rotary blades are the ones back here. That's another option that you're going to go ahead and do on a daily basis if you use the machine a lot. Okay, the more you sharpen it, the better. You can go to lunch, leave this sharpening for an hour. We'll do nothing to the knives, just make them better. Press set parameters again. You have your speed. They come factory on speed number 3. By changing that speed, we'll change the registration of your sheet as well. So we always tell people to run it on that 3. So now we've scrolled through all the settings, and I'm going to just go ahead and press start. Now we're going to have continuous feeding of the cards. So there you have it. And we're here set up at a show right now. We have our perfect binders, our paper cutters, and everything else here right now.